Okay, everybody, we are back. Let me get Hogan back in here. Welcome back, Hogan. We're going to get this draft up and running. We're just waiting for one team to sit down, and we will get it going. There we go. All right, so we are hitting here into game two. And yes, guys, it is a best of three. I saw it in chat. It's not a best of five. We did announce that when we put the brackets out that it's best of three series all around. It's been on the brackets. That's the best of three. We can talk about it offline if you want on why we felt the best three over best of five. But we are getting this game going as bans have started. Are you there, Hogan? Oh, Hogan actually might still be AFK, which is fine. We're going to go on here. He'll be back here with us momentarily. So we're waiting for first ban to come out here from Flipside Tactics. They are taking a little bit of time here. Almost about to enter into their extra time. 8 seconds to go. I wonder what they're going to do here, unlike last game. And it's actually going to be that Bastion ban. You know, Hogan's been talking about, you know, the priority of Bastion over there, but haven't really been picking it up. But here we're going to see it's actually picked up, or first banned over here from Flipside Tactics. And Claudessa actually coming out as a counter ban from Ascent Gaming. Interesting counter ban that's definitely going to limit the tank pool here. I wonder if it's going to force F3 into picking a tank. It does not. They actually first pick Rook, but now Ascent Gaming does have that option of locking down some strong tanks here and really cutting off Flipside Tactics for the most part. But they also have to decide, do they want to pick up that Harrower right now to contend with that Rook? That is that will be an interesting decision that they get to make right this second. As they figure it out. So as I said, we will announce the winner of the bronze match. We'll see where they're at when we're done with this series. If the other series is still going on or not. If it's done, we'll definitely announce it. So everyone knows, you know, who first, second, and third place winners are. Obviously, right now we're battling it out for first and second place. So they do pick up that Harrower, and they pick up a Vermilion. So they're locking down that Vermilion, and I just have an inkling that just like in the PLS matches when they're picking that Vermilion up in a high priority, it's a lot to do with almost like a respect ban against Runkralf. I mean, we saw Runkralf on Verm that last game. It was intense, and this might be, you know, that situation. I mean, Verm's a really great hero in his own right. Zeeble can play him amazingly as well. But, you know, at the same time, maybe trying to take it away from Runkralf.
It's a possibility. Did I finally get you? Did you say something to me and I wasn't here?
You did. You finally got me. Yes.
See? This is because you don't read messages.
Heck no.
I say BRB and you don't listen.
No way.
You're so abusive. But, you know, AG does this a lot, and I don't know if they do it intentionally, if it's just the way the drafts play out. But in game two of like series or scrims, they'll just pick the same heroes the other team picked and just run it back at them. And that's exactly what they're doing right now.
If they pick up, who do they need to pick up to complete
Carter.
this?
I don't think they'll pick up a Carter though. They'll probably substitute in a Malady or a Blazer or something.
No, we're gonna see Ace.
They really do. They really do flip this. Yeah, Ace is a possibility as well. They flip it and they throw it back at you, and like so many times they're successful in doing so. It's a testament to how strong they are as a team that like they can go from one lineup to a drastically different lineup and still do amazing. But the important thing to note right now is that Rella got his Ray. So Rella has two heroes that three heroes that he's really known for. But the number one, of course, is Ray. He became a prominently known player during last series, and he's maintained his status as one of the best Rays, if not the best Ray in the world. And he's going to get to feature it in this game.
He is going to feature it here in game two. They pick up Hale. Is it going to be Marley on Hale? I think Marley is...
it's 100% Marley on Hale.
Hale player, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You're excited to see Marley on Hale, apparently. And they so what do you think about that first pick rook? Oh, with those tank bans out. By the way, these tank bans are out, and they actually get Nikolai and a Featherstone. That's going to be some interesting lanes. So we're going to see Hale Ray and Nikolai Featherstone lane, huh? Is Nikolai Featherstone, how are they going to be able to contend against a Vern Tinder?
It's going to be similar to what we already saw. It's not going to be great. Nikolai just isn't good against Firm Tinder, but you pick Nikolai not for the landing phase, but for the more mid-game when he can really isolate targets and take them out. I don't know. It's going to be a little bit difficult for him, and we'll see if they can make it past that landing phase and still be effective. The interesting thing to note is that they do just give up Rook to Wolfjo. Wolfjo's Rook is very strong. It's going to create a lot of opportunities across the map. He'll probably be the main source of engagement. Something that I noticed last game, OJC, when he was playing last series and this series, is very known for his movement on the tanks. He gets involved in other lanes very often. He's constantly ganking and ruining people's days. Didn't do that as much on Hale, and that's the main difference that I've observed between his Hale and Marley's Hale, and even Rippa's Hale. Marley and Rippa's Hales are more similar. Marley will start roaming just as much as his counterpart will, and it really creates chaos. It felt like OJC was more locked into that mid lane last game.
Yeah, he kind of was, and I don't know if he was locked in because he was forced to lock in or what happened there. But we are going to get this game started, and we do see that Ace is last pick there on Ascent Gaming. So we are now playing on an EU server for this second game. So we're going to see, players got to feel it out first, just like first game that might have happened too. There might be a remake, so just bear with us if we do have to do a remake. It's real quick, just going to new server up and back in lobby and back in game. But hopefully, we don't hit a bad server here, and we do what we can do.
Yeah, I think there are some servers that are located like slightly more east in Europe that qualify as the EU servers. So like if you get unlucky and hit those, then it feels like you're playing in the Philippines. But if you hit the EU West ones, like the ones in Netherlands, then you're in a good spot. So hopefully they catch one of those.
It's definitely not as bad.
Yeah, those are totally playable for me. For me, those are even better than US West. I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense geographically, but that's how it is.
Yeah, but you are on the East Coast, but people like myself or Zeevil on the West Coast can be kind of a pain in the ass, even on the EU server.
Sure, but I'm just pointing out that the actual distance from me to the West Coast is shorter than me to Western Europe, and still, like, the latency just doesn't match up.
That's true. Yeah, I don't know. There's what's going on with their routing to those West Coast data centers sometimes. It's a little weird, but we are loading into this game right now, so we're going to see what we see. So we're going to see that Jinshi Ace dual lane again. That's going to be against a Hale Ray. I don't know if I've ever seen that matchup before. What do you think? What do you think is going to be?
Ray is like amazing against melee heroes. Sure, they're going to be able to close on him a couple times. He'll have to play a little bit safer, but if they're not able to kill him within the first couple bursts, then I think he'll be fine in lane, especially once he's able to get boots up. He might start boots first. He actually wants fits, so he's ready to trade. That's a really smart move from Relic. Good foresight, because almost every scenario in this lane plays out in a trade, so being able to have that extra money off of the trades is going to be great for him.
Is it foresight, or is it just Relic always picking this pet up?
No, he doesn't always pick fits. There are times he'll go for the Mystic, but I think he realizes in these matchups that he's just better off with the fits. Looks like I'm watching Zeevil test out the latency, and it looks like he's fine with it.
Okay.
He seems to have pretty crisp movement, so whatever it is, it's okay for now, and that's a good sign because these servers can be annoying.
Yeah, and if we get some spikes, I'm sure we'll see some pauses come out for that to settle down. But just quick announcement, I saw it in chat from Prince Zexu. The bronze match is finished. Senpai, please notice me, taking third place. Papa, please, taking fourth place. So congratulations to both those teams in finishing in their bracket positions there. All we have left now is to figure out who is our first and second place winner.
Yeah, congrats to Senpai Please, and I'm sure those games were pretty good. Papa Please has been playing well as of late. I'm sure they gave him a run for their money. So
yeah, PLS though.
Teams.
I mean, it's possible that they were just amped up from their previous match, which can play a positive and or a negative role in your next matches.
Yeah, I mean, they technically got the best warm-up games you can get.
Right, yeah.
Really intense best of 3 that they probably felt they should have won, because there were times where they really had leads. So, good on them. Yeah. And now focus on our finals matchup.
Here we
this
go.
Lane, they started off a little slower than usual. Someone told me that SMCL always goes fits on his ace in this lane. Someone lied to me.
He has tops right now. That's going to be interesting, seeing that tops play out. By the way, I don't know if you talked about it while I was loading in. Runkruff is actually on Rook. It's not a Fetterstone Harrower, or Fetterstone Nikolai in the top lane, and they put Fetterstone in the bottom lane versus Harrower.
Yeah, it's a move they do sometimes. Runkruff plays the Rook a lot.
Yep.
I wasn't sure if they were going to do it this game, because I think Rook gives you a decisive advantage in the bot lane, but Fetterstone's more susceptible in the top lane than Rook is. Rook gives you all-in potential with the Nikolai, so it seems like a better idea in theory. We'll see how it plays out in actuality.
I mean, they're taking a lot of harass right now. I'll pull up the gold chart, and I guess they're trading just fine on gold. This Hale Ray lane is definitely leading the GPM chart over Jinshi Ace lane at the moment. I mean, it's a 2 melee lane versus a Ray, so it's probably going to take a couple levels for them to really start securing some solid harassing kills on this lane. So we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, it's no surprise really that they're not getting as much GPM, but they're still doing okay. They're just waiting for whatever their comfort level is to all in on them. They don't. I think they actually do have to all in. Like if they go in and they don't kill the Ray, they're going to lose somebody to a Fitz. So they really need to wait for the perfect level and then just go for it.
Yep.
It looks like Relic did adapt his build. This is what the best players do, and there are a lot of players that have just started recently and are wondering what sets people apart. You adapt your build for your lane. If you have a static build that you use in every scenario on a hero, you're not doing it right. You need to make sure to account for the heroes you're up against, and Relic does so by getting the early boots. Sometimes we see the Glacial into it. He decides to go the more power-oriented way because he is Relic.
Yeah, and he got those early boots. He wants to, I'm assuming, get those rocket boots just so he can be a little more safe in this, dual lane combination that is high kill potential.
Yep, and that's going to help him out a ton. And we'll see. Marley's going to go the same way. He's going to pick out the Mystic Dagger, and that just gives him so much damage in lane once he's able to finish it. And since their GPM is going so well, he'll be able to finish it pretty soon. I'm surprised we haven't seen any attempts yet from AG, but at the same time, because of those early boots, maybe they feel like the attempts wouldn't work out.
Yeah, how's bottom lane going here? Looks like they're trading about even at the moment, which I don't know if that's actually good for Fetterstone or not, because normally you see a Harrower kind of falling off in the first few levels and then can start catching up, but I mean, Harrower is actually slightly ahead GPM-wise.
Yeah, Harrower has the throwing axe, which I mentioned a couple games back. I think it's a really good item pickup for bot laners when you're against the slight mismatch, which is the case here. And Wolfjo is not getting the real advantage you need to get early on Fetterstone, so he's having some difficulties. If you think back to matches earlier today between PLS and F3, Artemis's Fetterstone had like 40 to 50 plus gold lead. It's even here, so this definitely favors the Fetterstone.
Yeah, and so most of these lanes just kind of going back and forth with the harass and the farm. They're keeping it about even right now. I guess Harrower got chased out of lane for a second there. He's had a health pot delivered, so he should be just fine. at the moment.
Yeah, there's some pressure going towards his tower now, so it's likely he's going to miss out on some of these last hits here, which is a good sign for Wolf Joe. He's going to pop ultimate and apply some damage to the tower.
Yeah, he's going to get this tower probably under half, would be my guess, before this is all said and done. And there it is. Yeah,
and there's a catapult still piling on the damage. One thing I really dislike about Strife's UI mechanics is that the catapults, when they're in a certain radius, don't just auto-target the towers.
Yes.
And they should. Like, this catapult's been sitting here shooting creeps 2 feet away from the circle.
Yes.
That should be targeting the tower instantly. That would have done a lot more damage and really helped the effort. For some reason, that's an infuriating mechanic that just hasn't been changed or what have you.
I don't know. I mean, it might also promote just a little bit too much pushing, where Strife, pushing is already very strong.
No. Catapults attack towers.
They should.
Don't attack single minions.
That is the job for a Siege Creed.
Mm-hmm.
So, Warp Boots actually picked up on Ace, so I guess that's not too crazy. We've seen SMD pick up Warp Boots on Ace before. He's actually using them to warp here. He's going to go in for a gank attempt in this bottom lane. Let's see if Wolf Joe is going real aggressive here. He has a shield up, but he might be in some trouble right now. The tops is used. He actually uses his fits, or not his fits, his CC break there, but it just does not matter. He is going to go down now. This is a huge, huge wave for Tompus here to clear out and kind of get that tower damage back on their side.
Yeah, that's a great gank from SMCL. So props to him for getting down there, and that's really big momentum considering he got nothing going in the middle lane, so it helps out his GPM. It gave OJC some solo experience while he's gone.
Yep.
It gives Hauer an advantage in the bottom lane where he almost lost his tower. Now he's turning around, almost taking the enemy tower. So just overall, like a huge game for their team because of that gank, and Wolf Joe probably has to play a little bit more conservative there than he did, considering he is just a Featherstone. You know, you're susceptible to tons of ganks. But nice play by AG.
Yeah, I mean, that set Featherstone back so far with Herrera having such a huge advantage on him now. It's almost 100 gold difference, which is really big. But we see Relic here on Ray going for a possible gank attempt. He wants to set this up. He didn't get rocket boots again. He has feather boots, but there he goes. Oh, we need the stun to come down. It's going to land right on the bone. Bone is going to go down. Whoa, that was a lot of extra resources, I think, used there, but a kill's a kill's a kill. And Relic will take it.
Early game, you use everything.
Yeah.
100% of the time. Because, you know, it's just the way it is. You want to secure the kills. You don't want him to be able to heal himself and shield himself, and then all of a sudden you look like clowns as they're turning a fight around on you, depending on rotations or what have you. Just pop everything. It's not late game. You don't need to maximize value yet. Throw it all at them. That was a good ult by Thatchy, good setup. That's one of the combos you have from Ray, since he has the stun that lingers on the ground for a while. The Nikolai can position it perfectly so that it does a stun into a stun.
But here goes Wolf Joe in the bot lane again. He is going to fall possibly a second time. Actually, SMD missing the engagement there, but it is not going to matter because Herrera is just there to chase him down. And yeah, really good rotations.
Sure. Did SMD get an assist on that?
Let's find out. SMD has no, he did not.
So that's a misplay.
Well, it's yeah, sort of, I guess.
Live long enough to get the charge, I think, because there was no threat of him really killing or escaping. I don't know. Maybe they couldn't figure out a way to do it without risking him surviving.
And at the same time, Relic is going to go down as well. So Ascent Gaming definitely coming out strong. Their mid lane, you know, SMD with these the warp boots and the rotations coming out now, starting to look pretty scary. They got to be very careful.
Yeah, they're certainly playing well right now. They're starting to get a nice, sizable lead early on in the game. We'll see how they transition to mid game. SMD is probably going to continue to roam hard towards that bot lane. Wolfjo has not been acting super cautious, and that's resulted in him dying twice. See, he's still going into a forward position. He doesn't want to give Tompus any extra space in this lane if he can prevent it. So We'll
Yeah.
see if SMD just continues to rotate down there
Yeah,
until
you see
Wolf Joe respects it more.
Yeah, you see Wolf Joe already backing off there. You know, he's been gone too long. He's actually even activating the explosive rounds there just to farm some creeps, because why not? He has a little cooldown. And he's waiting. He's waiting this out. He does not want to get ganked a third time. But as soon as Ace shows, which he just did, you're probably going to see him go back in lane and keep pushing that. SMD, though, that is a lot of resources used, and they actually are going to get the kill on the SMD there. The death rate, that did hit, yes. And yeah, Earthquake, lots of stuff used there, so, and that's good for them. Now they'll be able to pressure this tower. They'll get a few hits in on it, but it looks like Marley on Hale is just going to back out.
Yeah, I don't think they can kill that tower there. They're better off just healing, so when they come back to lane, it's not just giving a return kill to the Ace. So that's a smart play, and this allows Wolf Joe to comfortably farm in the bottom lane, knowing that Ace just died, so he's safe for a little while longer, but Ace does immediately rotate down here, so this is going to be the theme of the match.
Yep.
They're just going to keep applying pressure to the bottom lane, and so far there's been no counter effort. Relic's going back towards the top lane, Marley's rotated top like 2 or 3 times already, but no one's really come bottom for a serious attempt, and Wolf Joe's getting in deep. They know his shield's down now. This could be a dive. The tower's already very low.
I would expect them, I don't know about a dive, but they're definitely going to push this lane, because why not? Here comes actually some Warp Boots from behind Wolf Joe. They do see it. Thatchy coming in. Well, he does not have the speed. He has a Wind Rush, but there's no reason to use that on those two heroes. But good defense coming in from Nikolai. Does leave Runk Ralph here all alone. I'm assuming they know he's here. No, they did not spot that out. And Zeebel's going to get going in on here, but he has the heal, and they got to back off here. And I don't think it's going to be enough to defend this tower. This should drop right here with the plan.
Yeah, the tower's definitely going to die, but Runcroft doesn't, so that's the important part, really. And since Ralph is 1v2, you know, he did run the risk of dying and giving them a little bit too much extra, but he plays it smart. Plays it
trade
safe,
towers,
he'll
though.
survive.
Yep. So they do trade towers. That bot tower is very, very low, but here comes Ace on Wolf Joe again. Can Thatchy get here in time? He is here. They're going to use that tops, but he's going to be fine. He's going to get away, and they're going to put him under tower, and this is a huge dive. They're not able to get Wolf Joe in time. Thatchy is still trying to make this happen, but the good defense coming out. And that's going to be the end of that engagement. At the same time, though, AG Bone and Zeevel trying to chase down Hale. Oh, they actually are going to catch him. Can he get away now? He has 9 seconds left on Sweeping Strikes. I think he'll be just fine and back off. And then they're leaving Runk Ralph here to get this tower. There is Warp Boots coming in from Ace, but I think Runk Ralph is going to take this. I don't know. Is he going to die from this? Maybe, maybe not. Those Warp Boots give him a lot of speed. He has a hide and seek, and 5 seconds. Ace is not going to give up on this.
Ace probably has this kill, but he might.
Thatchy's coming from behind, though. Nice call there, and SMD's in a little bit of trouble. He's going to try and get over the wall. He's going to be fine, and that'll be that.
Yep, so everybody lives. Bottom lane, though, that not the case. As we already see Wolf Joe going down. Here's the TP in from Thatchy. He goes on top of Zeeble. They already killed off Tompus. It's a double kill for F3. Amazing teleport boot usage from Thatchy. He gets down there instantly and turns what could have been a 1-0 into a 2-1 for F3. But the top mid tier 1 does go down. Top mid tier 1, yep.
Yes, the mid-tier one
goes down one.
What do you think about Flipside Tactics? They have 2 win rushes on their team right now.
That's pretty common. That's something a lot of teams do. PLS does it. I think AG does it from time to time as well. Like doubling win rush is common because it gives you an initiate and an out.
Sure.
So I'm fine with it in general, and it just helps your rotation so much. Usually, like if your hero builds a win rush naturally, you get a win rush. Sometimes you force it. Like Ray doesn't naturally build a win rush, but it's a good pick in this case because Relit's doing it.
Because Relit's doing it. So we might see a little fight brewing here. Thatchy actually going in, but no, he's going to back out. No, he is stunned out. Thatchy is going to go down. No, he gets his ult off. Who is he pulling back here? And Ace is going to go down. And Nikolai is going to win. Really nice placement of that plant for that fight, but it just got obliterated and killed. Marley trying to go in, but they're going to back off of that now. And wow, I'm so surprised that Thatchy lived through that. Nikolai that pile driver was that was pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's the thing about Nikolai is that you can use his ultimate in an offensive and defensive manner at the same time, because it keeps you alive for longer, and you use it as soon as you're dying. And we do see mid lane, they're going to engage on Bone here. Bone's in a lot of trouble.
No, but the stun actually comes out there from OJ Concentrate, but Bone is still... No, Bone has the shield. It's not going to be enough, though. wolfjo is going to chase him down, but no other response is coming here. Are they going to go for this tier 2 tower? And is it going to be successful? We will find out right now.
It's still tough to siege at this point.
Yeah.
If they get a good Rook ult and follow it up with a Marley ult, then they have a chance at creating a great opportunity. But
Runkroft is looking for it, looking for the spot. But I don't know if it's going to happen. The static field is going to miss. Thatchy going to pull back. Another pile driver here. OJ Concentrate is going to go down, but there goes SMD doing so much just AoE damage. Gets a kill on the Marley there on Hale. And wolfjo as well is going down, but Nikolai getting the double kill before he dies. And this is a trade for trade going on right now. 3-4-2. So definitely in Ascent Gaming's favor. And not only that, but they do defend that tower very, very effectively. So that'll be the end of that. Unless they go right in right now, and Zeebel's going to go down. Death Ray used as well. Bone might be fine here. I don't know. They do have a win rush. No, they're not going to wait for the cooldown on that. So 3 for 3 in the end.
Yeah, 3 for 3. It's a little bit of a mistake from Zeebel. He should probably know that, you know, you have 2 assassins left. If you're going to move forward like that, you have to be very careful around the bushes. He gets picked off and makes an even trade, but I thought that fight looked a little questionable for F3, and it turned out to be just not a great fight. You have to hit everything under tower. We've seen them do it before. They dove against PLS once under tower and created the best team fight ever, but that's because PLS was flat-footed. AG was like anticipating that the whole way. So it's a much different circumstance, and if they do a couple more fights like that, they may just relinquish any small lead they have. I mean, the lead's only 4,000 gold, so, you know, 1 or 2 lost fights and all of a sudden it just flips. So we'll see if they can come up with some better fight opportunities than just diving under tier 2s. But it looks like the split effort might net them a tier 2.
Yeah, here comes the warp in by Ace, though, and OJ Concentrate is actually already here. They're going to go in on to Relan. Relan's in a lot of trouble right now. He's definitely going to fall. Hale needs to just get out of dodge. So no tower there. They actually get a kill. You know, obviously no tower fallen in the bot lane. Defended that as well. And they're going to rotate over here to a Baldir. And I don't know. Is this going to be free? Can Hale and Rook defend this?
Huh. Can Hale defend the Baldir?
All right, I guess. But Thatchy looking
Hale... Jeez.
I don't know. Can he? Maybe.
Just run in and ult, and then that's enough to stop them from doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're not gonna be able to get it. They're gonna look for another pick while Relat's still down, but Relat's coming back up now. They need to get out quick, otherwise they're gonna be in trouble. It looks like they will just back out smoothly.
Yes.
Or linger.
Or linger on. SMD is a little bit of trouble, but he does have that leap away. He's gonna be fine. Avalanche, pretty low cooldown, so yeah.
I think it scales down to 12 seconds if you level it 3 times.
Sync Gaming, they definitely want this bottom vision. They want to control this area of the map. Are they going to try and push out this lane or look for a gank here? They're all on the high ground.
Yeah, this is the time of the game you expect F3 to do something crazy, so...
Yes.
You know, AG are all grouped up. I think F3 might just initiate here.
Oh no, that is going to miss everybody, but Marley's coming in. Can he get it off? He needs to find the spot. He doesn't see it yet. He just wants to get out of this fight. The plant is down. They're kind of fighting on it, doing some damage on it, but they're back. Thatchy got off his pile driver, and Ace is going to fall. J Constraint's going to fall in the background. Relat is still alive, and so is wolfjo, and so is Runkroft. Everyone is still here. Are they going to go right for a tier 2 tower? Or Sindara? Or neither?
So, once again, you see an initiation, and Marley is such a veteran player on that hail that even though he leads the way, he doesn't force the ultimate when he sees that it's not a great opportunity. He waits until later, saves it, and runs the risk of dying with his ultimate ready to go, but still manages to stay alive. That's a sign of a very savvy and aggressive player. But that fight, it just didn't start off well for AG. Anytime you're all retreating at the same time, it's so much more difficult to get your momentum going towards the enemy team and penetrate their back line. You saw Runkralf took little to no damage that entire fight. The people that did take damage were the frontliners. Marley and Nikolai both had sustained a large bit of damage, and if that happens during these fights, then F3 is going to be perfectly fine with it as they pick up a Baldir with 2 men on the top half of the map.
Yes, and here they are. We see Runkralf, though, being very sneaky in this bush. They didn't check this bush. In 1 second, there it is. They're going to go for it. It's actually going to whiff completely, and they're diving this pretty hard. Under tower, there goes the pile driver, but everybody from AG is here, and they're going down really fast, though. Zeevil is going to fall. OJ Concentrate is probably going to fall here as well. Double kill for Nikolai. And Ace is on the run. I don't know if they're going to be able to catch him or keep chasing. Looks like they're going to back off.
Yeah, you got to check bushes against Ralph. If you do, sometimes you get a couple of easy pick-offs, but they didn't do that. They don't really have a hero that checks bushes extremely easily, like a Carter or a Ray or something.
I mean, you have that bindweed from Tinder. You can throw it in there.
Yeah, but that's a pretty big cooldown to use for a bush check.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like a, what, 16 seconds or something?
Yeah, I mean, you got, what, Cheese Shot? Does Cheese Shot reveal? Yeah, Cheese Shot does reveal. Cheese Shot, Bindweed, those are like the really... I think Everthirst Flame, does that reveal in Bush? That one I don't actually know on.
I don't know. But either way, like, you gotta check it. You don't want to give up those angles, because those ruin fights, especially if he's able to hit that ultimate, then Tinder's dead instantly, and Vermilion has no way of even entering the battle because you guys dove past the tier 2. So that fight already went well for F3, but could have even went better had a couple more abilities landed. So AG, they're in a tough position right now. They're trying to claw their way back into this. They picked a team that's predicated on a lot of aggression between the Ace and the Jinshi, but their aggression hasn't been on point in the last couple of battles, and that kind of lineup coming into double carry, the later the game goes, once again, the harder it's going to be to pull this one out. I mean, at least they have Harrower this time, so they have 2 carries in the Vermilion and Harrower, but Featherstone and Rook are just as capable. I think Featherstone's the hardest late game carry, technically speaking, but that's just an opinion.
Yeah, so they're backing off the Sindara right now. They did start it, but they don't want to. They don't want to keep going at it. I mean, it could be very risky right now, but they're going to go and try and engage on OG Concert. It's not going to be enough. He gets his stun off. They're actually taking a little bit of damage here, but he has a shield off, and he's going to be fine, and they're going to back off. But at the same time, Hale was trying to 1v1 Harrower here, and that wasn't working.
It's not 1v1, it's boxing.
They're going for the pinch here, though. Zeevil, though, has to use his rocket boots just to get away. And the Death Ray was even used on OG Concentrate, but he is still alive. And Flipside Tactics is doing a really good job here right now. OG Concentrate still alive, but I think he's going to die right now. And there he goes down. SMD is going to fall as well, and they're going to get this tier 2 tower as well. So that was a genocide for Flipside Tactics. And they lost 2 for it. So are they going to rotate and finish off? Are they going to go for Generator or for Sindar? That's kind of the question.
Yeah, that Hale fighting Harrower there isn't 1v1ing, it's boxing. And it's very important because we've seen it before. Like, AG loves to get the good angles in the fights, and everyone should love getting the good angles because it wins a fight for you. If Harrower's able to just freely come in from the backside, then they're able to pinch the enemy team. Whereas if Marley just runs up there and just trades blows with him, even if it's unfavorable, it keeps Harrower from getting into the fight and allows the rest of your team, who has already got a lead and is doing very well, to just take full control. So it's a strategy we see very often, and Marley did it all last game. His Jinshi netted like 11 deaths or something in that game because he just ran up to carries and just fought them in their faces, and eventually they'd kill him, but then they'd realize that they're up against the rest of F3 and all their damage dealers are full health.
Yeah, Marley getting caught out here, and I don't see him getting away from this because here comes SMD as well, going for the ult. Gonna take him down. So SMD, does he not have full charges yet? He is not. He is one charge away from full, so he doesn't have that increased movement speed just yet. They want to go for Baldir here, but I don't know if they're able to really commit to that. I mean, they are down Hail, so you would think that they could do it.
Yeah, I don't think you could test this if you're up 3. I think you need to get out now.
Yeah, you do. Wolf Joe's in a lot of trouble right now. They're going to try and turn this on to a Featherstone, but Tompus, the ult was activated, and there is the pile driver, and it's going to be just enough. But in the background there, double kill on Ray that we missed. I'm not sure what he got a double kill with. They do get Baldir, however, and they are going to back out of this fight at the moment. Let's take a look at the gold graph.
Runkralf, his crazy self, dove into the pit and started fighting everybody. So Relit was the fortunate beneficiary of that, and that's Ralph's first death of the game. So that time he decided to just all in, and it's good because you got a couple people on death cooldown now with the monkey pushing the bot lane. So this might be an easy gen.
I don't know. They're
the
going to be
timer's
up.
Close, though.
Yeah, they're going to be up in time for a full defense here. It's going to be close. Hale does have his ult, however. SMD, though, going big in the background there, really just to make some time for them to take that monkey down. But Relit in the background is getting very low. He's got to run away. Tompus is on the warpath there. They're not able to finish him off just yet. He's going to fall right now, but Jinshi is going to go down as well. SMD is still alive. That plant placement, they just fought directly on that plant, and that was not the fight they wanted to take.
Yeah. I mean, F3 really shouldn't have taken it, looking at the cooldowns or the death timers. That they were just 4v5ing like straight up. It's not a really good idea, but either way, the generator is in backdoor range now, so I don't know, it's not the end of the world for them.
Yeah, definitely a nice one fight by St. Gaming there. You know, it's the type of stuff they need to start making happen. If they can take a couple more fights like that, they can definitely get back in this game. It is not that big of a lead. It's only a 6,000 gold lead, 26 minutes into this game. So it's so close still, and you know, if they can win another big team fight like that, they'll be right back in this game.
Yeah, well, they need like 2 more team fights like that probably, especially with no objectives up on the map right now. They're going towards the bottom tower. This is an interesting call. They know Hale is top, so they're going to try and 4-man this, but Thatchy and Wolfjo can defend pretty well. So they have to be careful. If they get collapsed on, this could be game-breaking for AG. You don't want to do that on the back end of a good fight.
Yeah, but they're going to try and pinch here. They definitely take out Rook in the background. No, not Rook. They take out Relit in the background. Rook is still up, but here's the fight right now. Everybody is got to be careful. Wolf Joe has his explosive rounds active, but they are coming off cooldown, and everyone's already backed out of this fight. And that's, I think, the smart move. They kill Ray. They don't lose anybody. You know, back out, reset, find the next opportunity.
Yeah, can't argue with that. They got 1 kill and they didn't lose anything. So that's nice. They also have every lane pushing in their advantage right now, and it looks like Ralph is going to try and offset that. It will cost them a 2-2 if he doesn't come to the bottom fight, but it looks like he changed his mind in transit, so he's actually going to come down bottom. He's going to fight here, and we'll see what they can make of it. Yeah,
Plant is down. They're going in. Hey, well, Marley goes in. He doesn't have his ult, however, though, and they are defending this pretty successfully. OJ Concert taking a lot of damage. He is going to fall there. Rook just doing so much burst damage. You know, that Crushing Mace coming out, doing some work already. And they're gonna back off now.
So they really shouldn't have pressed the issue for that tier 2, especially since Baldir respawned recently too. I think they could have rotated and probably gotten more, but now they're going to get pinched on. Relit risking his life.
Is going down for sure right now, and Runkralf might fall as well. No, he is getting away just barely. And at the same time, they're going to take Zeevil out, and Tompus is not going to fall. They actually back off that. They just want to go right for this generator.
Ooh. Ralph dies to creeps?
What?
And the kill gets chalked up to Tompus? Yeah, I think so.
Really nice for him, but they do take out that generator, and he's in a little bit of trouble right now. They're not going to dive that. No reason to, you know, risk it even more. But here comes OJ Concentrate. He's coming in. He wants to fight.
I don't know if it's the lag from playing on EU, but he did those abilities out of order. You always slow first, and then you use the stun to just increase your odds of hitting the stun.
Yep. And yeah, very very possible. Just lag.
It could, yeah, it
hitting
could be
that
the
up.
lag. If you're lagging and you input, sometimes your inputs just don't go in the right way, especially
Yep.
if you do them quickly.
Yep. So
But
there's a,
other than that, like looking at these items, there's so many items on F3, and especially with that generator down now, there's some items like I don't even understand. There's so many. Like Marley has a vamp dagger.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't
Okay.
get it, but I'm okay with it, I guess. And they already have 2 sheeps up.
two wind
Runkralf
rushes.
looks like he's
Yep.
building towards his crit. He has 1,000 gold and 2 components of it. I don't know if he has another component in the bank. We can't really see that or not. But they're in a really good position. Meanwhile, on AG side, they have 1 sheep so far. They're looking for a second sheep, but I don't know who's building it. Maybe OJC will build it. But if they don't get a second sheep up, that's a really tough situation to deal with 2 carries like they have on AG, especially when one of the carries, Wolfjo, has a pincer. So you really need 3 sheeps to deal with them effectively. And we'll see if anyone picks up the slack and buys
Yeah,
those.
but they're going to
bottom
go
lane,
in
Marley
here
gets caught.
on to Hale, but Hale is just going to Super Strikes Array and walk away from that. Then we
That's
got
what
a
Hale
nickel.
does.
Relit and Thatchy here in the top. They're not going to look to pinch here. Sindara is up, so we're probably going to see a lot more action around the Sindara pit, like most of the rest of this game. Are they going to go right in on Relit? Relit, though, is just running away. I mean, he has so much move speed. It's really hard to try and chase down that little squirrel. But at the same time, they are going right on to Sindara. We have Nikolai scouting out, backing off. All right, they didn't get much damage on it, but they're going to back off of it.
And AG are, veteran squad. They've been widely regarded as the best team. They're going to play this properly. They know when to commit. And I think they're in a pretty good position. They can jostle for some better leverage. They go on Thatchy here.
They go on Thatchy, but he activates the pile driver. Marley in a little bit of trouble as well, but nice! Oh my god, that earthquake after the pile driver was such good synergy. They're going to try and chase down Zeevil, but an OJ Concentrate is going to get away. Are they going to keep... Oh wow, Zeevil is going to fall here, and Runkralf is going to finish off Jinshi as well. Are they going to go right for the Crux here, or are they going to go play it safe and go for a generator? Looks like they're going to play it safe.
I think they're going Gen for sure.
Because they can get a generator, and then they can back off and go right for Sindara, and both should...
I don't know.
Are
They
they
might be
going to
able
go?
to Gen that end.
They're going to go for it, huh? All right. Well, let's see what
Really
happens.
Close. Actually, no, it's over. That's it. Wow.
Yeah, they're not going to spawn, and they're going to get this. Flipside Tactics taking game 2 in the best of 3 series here, coming out SPL Series 3 champions. Flipside Tactics, second place going to Ascent Gaming.